Hello everyone and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is Gearhaven Dreamscape. And the text level is 3. Learn how to talk about things that happen to something or someone else. Join ideas together and talk about things that might happen. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening.
Gearhaven Dreamscape. The fox rolled around me like a living entity as I stepped off the airship and onto the cobbled streets of Gearhaven. It was June 2nd, 1781, and the world was on the brink of change. I had heard whispers of the Theatre de l'Odeon, a grand theatre that would soon open its doors to the public. As I made my way through the winding streets, the sounds of clanging gears and hissing steam filled the air. The city was alive with innovation, and I felt like a relic from a bygone era. My trusty timepiece, a magnificent pocket watch adorned with intricate deerwork, ticked away as I navigated the bustling streets. I arrived at the theater just as the sun began to set, casting a warm orange glow over the crowds gathered outside. The grandeur of the building took my breath away. Its curved facade and gleaming brass accents seemed to shimmer in the fading light. I knew that this was where the magic would happen, where art and science blended together in perfect harmony.
Now, let's move on to the conversation between Billy, Meg, Kelly, and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
I loved how the author described the fog swirling around the main character. It was like I was right there with them in Gearhaven.
Yeah, and the way he wrote about the Theatre de l'Odeon was so vivid, I felt like I was standing outside it myself.
I know, right? The details were insane. And have you guys noticed how the author wove together science and art in this story?
Actually, that's a great point, Billy. The novel does explore the intersection of technology and creativity, doesn't it? It's like the main character is trying to make sense of all these new ideas.
And I love how the author used the timepiece as a symbol of the main character's connection to his past. It was so poignant.
Yeah, but what really got me was the way the author showed how Gearhaven was on the brink of change. It felt like we were right there with them, experiencing it all for ourselves.
Absolutely, and the fact that the novel is set in 1781 just adds to the sense of historical significance. I mean, can you imagine living through a time when the world was changing so rapidly?
I think what we're seeing here is the author's ability to balance historical accuracy with creative license. It's not always easy to get that right, but in this case, it really pays off.
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. What was the main character stepping off from in Gearhaven? A. An airship. B. A train. C. A carriage. D. A bike. E. On foot. The answer is A. An airship. Question 2. Who was the author describing the fog swirling around the main character to? I. Meg. B. Carrie. C. Billy. D. Leah. E. None of them. The answer is A. Meg. Question 3. What was the name of the theater mentioned in the story? A. Theatre de l'Odeon. B. Gearhaven Theatre. C. Theatre of Dreams. D. The Gearhaven Playhouse. E. None of them. The answer is A. Theatre de l'Odeon. Question 4. What was the main character's timepiece made of? A. Ivory. B. Wood. C. Brass. D. Silver. E. Gold. The answer is C. Brass. Question 5. Who said that they loved how the author described the fox rolling around the main character? A. Meg. B. Carrie. C. Billy. D. Leah. E. None of them. The answer is A. Meg. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.